Panda, 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 panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just to throw me in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Hitting the licks in the band. Legacies.
Hey, welcome in, cakers. Almost forgot to tap the record button, but here we are in challenge mode in South Park Phone Destroyer. We need 3 more wins. I think we might have 1 loss. Let's go and see if Darth Zuckerberg can help us get to those 12 juicy packs at the bottom of your screen in the challenge mode area. Now we have a run of 9 and 3 earlier today, and we decided we wanted to tweak the deck up just a little bit and take it from there. So we were running something very similar to what I see my opponent running right now, but we wanted to make sure that we were going to be able to stay on our side of the field more frequently. We wanted to make sure that we were going to be able to slow things up and have a nice energy advantage here, or an energy trade when we can. So we've got to make sure that we utilize our cards appropriately here. We've definitely got a beast of an opponent coming at us right now. We're going to use our shields and of course our Dwarf King Clyde. That's going to help us out quite a bit here. Bradley is going to fall down to the ground from the rogue token, so our units will have to get a bit closer, but we'll see if we could shield them up just as that explosion's about to go on. We'll see if we keep them on the playing field here. So DSR comes out and does quite a bit of damage there to our Belf, but pushes her over into the corner. That allows for that Belf to start building up again and getting juicy one more time. And our big fat ass there is going to be taking the range here from the Zap Cannon. We'll utilize our Bradley one more time. We'll send up the Butters behind the fat ass, behind the Bradley. That should protect the catapult long enough, and we'll get that good game and that well played out there to our opponent. I know it's been a tough day today. I know, like I said, I went 9 and 3 on my first one, so I could definitely understand your angry emote there. It's been a tough one out there. Lots of Dougies. Some of them people running the Santa Claus Psalm meta still. Seeing them pew-pews, the moo-moos, and of course the orange cards out there, but mostly red cards, mostly support that Bradley. I went back and looked at my previous videos from Fantasy Challenges, and we didn't have Bradley available back when, so it was a little bit of a different play style. So we're having a little bit more fun this go around, you know, learning a new deck style and having some fun with shields and whatnot. So we gotta wait out our opponent here, but we find one here. Jules D. Pooley. Oh my. I think it's appropriate to start with the fat ass. If you've got fat ass or catapult Timmy, you definitely want to start out with one of those two folks. And with our opponent playing off base here, I'm going to push up our Kenny, see if we can make our opponent play some cards today. So again, we'll keep our ranged units behind the fat ass. The Hermes gets a little bit of damage there. I think we're just going to go ahead and go at this. We've got a Mr. Slave out there. It'd be nice to start targeting that fella. We'll use the shields when we need to. When Bradley gets a little bit more exposed, I suppose. We'll use those shields right now. Get that Bradley protected. It's real laggy right now, cakers. If you notice that, you could see the lag here. Kind of skips every once in a while, but we've got a nice opponent push coming back towards us now. If there's a Bradley in there somewhere, oh boy howdy, this could get dangerous. We've got our Dwarf King Clyde getting set up here, and that's going to be used on that Bebe over there. Oh, we hit a chicken instead. But we still up front on the Bebe, getting the job done, getting the shields out, and we got to play the Bradley one more time here. The chicken's coming in heavy. The lag out there a little bit today again, Cakers. Butters comes in, cranks our Bradley in the melon face. Still got the range units over there just plugging away at us. Randy kicking out chickens left and right. The critters coming from our nice catapult Timmy yonder. So we'll get the fat ass out here. That'll help protect us a bit from the units that are coming in. And it looks like the Bebe falls to the ground. But we're still able to keep those units pushing and marching forward. The Mr. Slave out there now. And you see that Heidi come in, wants to start beating up on our catapult Timmy. The Sally comes in, takes care of our shields man. Gotta play a Butters back there at the new kid. What a fun, crazy match this is today. Super laggy though. Seems like when the charges come up a little bit there, it lags back a little bit. I don't really know what we could do here other than play this Labard to clear these chickens. And it doesn't look like we'll be able to squeak over there to that next bar. But that is a good game and a well played to our opponent. Jules D. Pooley getting the best use of his emotes as he knows how there. So Cakers, we're still well on our way to finishing this off on the second go round. Like I said, 9-3 on the first go here. Let's see if we can continue pushing forward, get those 12 wins. Now again, it's this isn't a concrete or set in stone. There's going to be a lot of different plays and a lot of different decks out there. If you're comfortable using Dougies and shields, oh man, you can get it done today. Use double Kyles, Kite, and Dro Elf. Get out there, protect that red Dougie. Do some filth. Take those bars in like 31 seconds or so. Have yourselves a good time. Get a big ol' score. Get those 5 juicy epics at the end of Thursday evening. So our opponent decides to go ahead and go all in with the Bradley, with the ranged units here. Going heavy. We're gonna start attacking my fat ass. Let's get that ohm switch running. Get our shields up and running a little bit here. And we've got to protect. Make sure that that Bebe goes nunite. You know, all of our other units are equally as important. But that Bebe, oh my. She can get juicy and hectic in this particular challenge here today, Cakers. So we need to send up the Kenny here to take care of the catapult Timmy. And that'll keep our range units just in play to get to that new kid, forcing the Terrence and Phillip to come out. We'll play the Labard Jimmy in front here, knock down one of those characters, and try to keep pushing forward if we can. I think we need to save up a little energy here. Our opponent is definitely doing the same. Poisons all of our units, so yeah, we'll definitely start over for sure here. But our range units should clear those guys out. Even the Butters should fall down. Let's see here. Oh, he's going to get around. So let's stick the fat butt out yon. Get Mr. Ohm out there. Here comes the Dougie. Let's see if we could use Zane Cartman's Ohm here. We put out that Dwarf King Clyde just in case. We wanted to make sure that Dougie wasn't going to get through. We're just going to send up some tight units here. See what we find out. So we've got a good march there on New Kid. Scrody McBooger Balls. A fun game and a well played. A good game to you, my dude. Keep on grinding out there, brother. You'll get it. Took me a couple tries there, but we finally got over that finish line. We are at the 12-pack solo nectars. We get to open up those 3 final packs and get those last stacks of battle tokens. But along the way, we definitely get all the juicy nectars as well. Let's take a quick gander at the score. That's going to be 1186, so definitely room for improvement there. Only 28 phones destroyed, and we lost one along the way. You could see the folks up there at the top running those high 1400 scores. Definitely Shields, definitely Dougie's involved there. I would guarantee that, Cakers. Get out there, have yourself some fun. Before we jump into that, though, let's take a quick look at the deck I decided to build this time. A little different than the last time, like I said. Last time I had Power Bind and Regeneration snuck in there behind some fun cards, but with Bradley being added to the game since then, it's definitely a little bit of a different changeover now, Cakers. So as you can see, we're running mostly red. We've got one green card. It's the Fat Ass. We were running Grand Wizard Cartman there because his stats are exponentially boosted today, but his cost is also quite high, and it's not often good to have the biggest meat bag with the highest cost out there on the field. That Zen Cartman, though he doesn't punch back, he's a great acting meat bag. But we start out there, Kale of the Dro Elves, good old Kale, getting out there, shielding everybody up. Quite a few times our Kale got shocked in the face. I believe the opponent was terrified that I'd be setting up a shielded Dougie afterwards. But no Dougies over here. We only run him if we have to, and usually we don't have to, but the Kale plays a good part, shielding up the units when the new kid explosion happens, shielding up the units at midline, keeping your charge going. Kale of the Dro Elves still a little bit glassy even with the boosts, but he does a great job. As we mentioned, Zen Cartman, the Fat Ass, putting the Ohm style on, making people attracted to him, able to take those Dougies off of our new kid every once in a while, and again, putting that meat bag out there when the opponent just goes straight heavy and says, Catapult Timmy, Blood Elf Bebe, Bradley, go, and they just drop that energy right away. It's a good idea to have a meat bag out there or a sacrificial card that can take some of that damage before your new kid starts getting smacked in the mouth. So Labar Jimmy, not as useful as Labar Jimmy typically is with the increased health and with the increased attack thing going on right now, but Labar Jimmy still found his place in my deck. Maybe you don't want him in yours for the cost. Maybe you want to switch him out with DSR. It's up to you. But he definitely did help out as those units tried to rebuttal and come back on their second charge from time to time. You're able to take them down and whack them all in the face with the Labar Jimmy and clear that field and get a good start over point so you can march over and take that next bar yourself. But Labar Jimmy, still a fun character. Be wise with them, Cakers. Paladin Butters giving you those shields. Nice 2-drop assassin. Enough said there. Same with the Princess Keaney, 2-drop assassin with the Death Wish. You can't attack me, but I can still attack you. It's kind of a nice thing. Blood Elf Bebe over there, of course, you want her getting juiced up. Keeping her protected behind your Fat Ass, behind your Stan, behind your Shield Maiden Wendy, whoever you got to stick her behind. You know, make sure she's protected. Stan the Great, knocking down everyone's attack boosts. Keeping everybody on an even plateau with you from time to time when your opponent is doing that as well. And of course, he acts as a great fighter out there, good stats being increased. The Elven King Bradley, the challenge mode wouldn't be challenge mode without some Elven King Bradley. So we get out there with those range units, of course Fantasy being the boosted ones today, so that's a duo plus for us. The Catapult Timmy, if you can start with him, or the Fat Ass like I mentioned, he's a good person to keep in the back, chucking the rats. Now of course you'll be juicing up that Bebe, but don't you fret, you've got that Dwarf King Clyde there. If she gets too out of control, or if you want to be crazy right away when that opponent puts him down behind that new kid, that Blood Elf shows up, throw that Dwarf King Clyde and go smack her in the face with that big old axe, knock her down. You get the Amazingly Randy as well, chucking the chickens, doing the cock thing, and making things a little bit more crazy for the opponent. Now, the chickens are fantasy fighters, so keep in mind, I believe they hold the boost as well, so chickens can get out of control. The mice, however, being thrown out from Catapult Timmy, no boost there. So chickens, though, I believe will have the boost. Shield Maiden Windy here, just a nice 3-drop single one level legendary for challenge mode, but her stats are amazing as is, and then getting the boost. Her shields are awesome, pairing her with Kale, pairing her with Paladin, keeps her up there on that new kid, or keeps her in front of that Belf, smacking that Belf in the face and being protected. So Cakers, that's the deck we came up with this go around. Maybe you want to build something similar and have some fun with it as well. So let me take a drink here. I'm a little thirsty, getting parched. I got a busy day ahead of me. I got to go over to the insurance area place where we got the car. I had the accident the other day, so they are going to total out my car. So I got a friend coming over to give me a ride over there so we can go and, you know, clear out all the personal effects and whatnot and sign over the title. And I'm not sure if I get a fat check today or the next day. It's not really big, to be honest. They're only giving me about half the value for my car, but you know, lemonades make a drink, man. That's how life goes. So we're gonna get there. Just thank goodness I'm okay, and I only got a little $168 ticket I gotta go take care of, and we'll take it from there. Good times, good times. Look at all these materials though, and the stabby stabs. Hey, if you want a powwow, let's do this powwow. We definitely want a powwow if you're down for powwowing. Let's get some Purify, the Youth Pastor Craig, Warboy Twerk, and some Marine Craig. Wowzers, 750 coins, so we're getting them back up there. We did get our last Marcus today as well, so we'll be able to tappa on Marcus and make Marcus a level 5, start grinding away and get the next 350 copies we need of that Marcus. Pillow Man might get out there and chuck some pillows, having some fun. And maybe he'll help us out in some of those boosted events going forward even. Medicine Woman Sharon, the BGA, some of them Blood Elf Bebe, the Astronaut Butters. Let's go powwow another time, eh, Cake? So into that towel, and into 1,200 coins we go. Let's see what we got here. Some materials again. The prayer beads, the dreidels, the chips, the robots, the keys, the tomes, the waste, the drink, and the fossils. So this should be a fun pack here. Let's see what kind of peoples they want to give to us today. Princess Keaney, some Robo Bebe, 2 Swordsman Garrison. We get 6 Astronaut Butters, 2 Fireball, and 2 Dark Mage Craig. So this will be our final coins, and then we got a couple more peoples to dive into. One more powwow here, Cake Fam. Definitely don't forget to bring your towel. Oof. The Buccaneer Bebe, rather. 4 Labar Jimmy, 3 of the Canadian Night Bastard. We're getting a Bar Brady, some Deckhand Butters, and 2 times Stan the Great. So on our first run through, only getting 9 wins, I actually got 2 epics out of there. I got a Enforcer Jimmy and a Human Kite. And it looks like here, getting those 12 wins on the second run, we get that last pack of battle tokens. We see 5 Paladin Butters, 5 Mosquito. Hey. We're loving them mosquitoes. Getting some Pigeon Gang, the Super Fart, and this is going to be a Poseidon Stand, no doubt. Okay, it's going to be 4 Power Fist Dougie. So we get no epics that go around, but we got ourselves the final battle tokens and the mosquitoes there also. Some filthy Dougies and a whole gang load of gold. So Cakers, have fun. Get out there. Do that challenge mode. Earn those 12 packs. Get up there. Try it again if you want to keep farming. It's a little one you can get out there and have some fun, quick matches with. But, you know, no salt. Keep it sweet. Have fun and enjoy that battle arena. But, Cake Fam, always want to tell you, don't forget to bring your towel when you come back and you see me on the flip side, we want to do that powwow. So bring that towel with you. And until then, Rusty Whore will always tell you peace, 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 peace.